remember the first time one of my mentors told me that she was proud of me for finally learning how to stand up for myself at work, because she knew I'd been abused at different jobs for years, like severely. And I remember telling her, it's not that I didn't know I needed to stand up for myself, it's that I didn't have the power to say no. And she agreed. I had finally gotten to a more senior position and I felt like I could say no. However, as I've done more research on the unwritten rules of work for people from working class backgrounds, I've learned and I've noticed other people from higher class backgrounds, they know how to play the politics and how to play the game and how to say no in a way that doesn't get them in trouble. And if I had known how to do that earlier in my career, it would have saved me everything: time, stress, maybe even money, certainly emotional labor and workload. And that's why I didn't used to train individuals on the unwritten rules of work. I used to only talk to leaders about how to notice unwritten rules, how to determine what is actually required to do the work versus what is just what you're used to and is just extra and maybe even counterproductive, and how to be transparent about the rules, because I didn't want to train employees on how to adapt to the rules, because I was like, well, if the rules are toxic or they're not working, I don't want people to feel like they have to conform to an unhealthy way. But then one of my friends who is a Latina and she's a Latina coach, she was like, look, the way I see it, if I don't coach Latin people on how to move to the top, they're not going to get there to be able to make rules that include us. So I'm doing my part so they can do their part so we can all be better off. And I think you should consider that with class. And so that is my goal, and it's also to try to make it easier along the way and less abusive, because research does show people from working class backgrounds are more likely to be abused at work significantly, because if you don't come from money, it's very obvious you need the job. So learning how to navigate this game can be a matter of occupational and personal safety.